Good morning, folks. This is Coach Jay with You Got Next, YGN Network, and this is the first installment of my 5-minute motivations. I'm going to be dropping those every Monday, and it's not going to be your typical rant and rave kind of motivation. I'm not really into that kind of motivating. My motivation usually comes conversationally. So when I'm talking to people and they tell me about an issue or they tell me about a problem that they're having, I usually can try to, manipulate that conversation in a way. I hate to use the word manipulate, but I manipulate in this sense is pretty good because I like to manipulate the conversation more in a positive spin, more in a way for them to kind of seize the moment kind of thing, kind of give a little bit of perspective about what they may be going through and try to help them through that. I'm more of a realistic motivator. I know that we hear a lot of kind of cliche motivation, pick yourself up by the bootstraps and think positively and understand your reality is not really your reality kind of things. And those things are definitely good and they have a place. But motivation to me comes more with a realistic point of view of where you are right now and what your next step needs to be. Motivation for a lot of people is it's not necessarily just about giving them a bag of cliches to put in the back of their brainstem, but at the same time, giving them real life, perspective about where they need to be going next. So that's my objective with the 5-minute motivations that I'm going to be dropping on Monday mornings. It won't be tomorrow. It'll be the next Monday because I want to have something, I want to have some good meat for you guys every Monday. And I think it's important because I think that in this day and age, we have so many people that want to start businesses. We still have so many people that are not working in the fields that they would like to be. We have so many people that are still kind of just ho humming along, not really knowing what they want to do with their lives, still kind of aimless. And, specifically for me, my target is the young adults, those 11th, 12th graders, those people, those students who are in their first 2 years of college. I still think that those years are real critical because that can either make or break a lot of students. Either they get so aimless that by the time they become a senior and they still don't know what they want to do, they don't even know if they want to go to college anymore. They don't know if the military is the option or any of that. And the people that are in their first couple of years of college, I know that that's a very tough very tough segue going from, high school and under your parents' tutelage into college. That is a difficult step for a lot. And I don't want to be specific just to college because that it can either mean the military, even a trade school, entrepreneurship, all of that stuff is a very difficult thing. So I want to start giving the 5-minute motivations to just somewhat start your week, to begin your week and start your week off right and give you some real meat to digest as far as motivating you to keep moving. And because myself, I didn't have a lot of factors around me that were real motivational when I was growing up. I don't know. I always like to say that, God kind of showed me what not to do. So I kind of had kind of a tailor-made built-in motivation. It's not to say I didn't have people pushing me along and saying, hey, you're doing the right things, man. Keep pushing, keep doing what you have to do. But I found motivation in so many things that I talk to people about even these days, which a lot of it comes from nature. A lot of it comes from just sitting still and breathing and understanding and also reading, and I know, again, I just mentioned I didn't want to get cliche about some things, but I will tell you this, motivation can come from education because the more you start to read, the more you start to learn, the more you start to understand what's going on around you and the less you let things affect you moving forward. It's not to say that you become inhuman and that you're not susceptible to certain things that go on in your life. But what it does do is it educates you. And when you get that education, it creates courage. And when you create courage, you can now find motivation in so many other things. And I think that ends up being a lot of the reasons why we don't succeed the way we ought to is because we don't have the courage to. Either we don't believe that we're meant to succeed in a certain way that we think we are. For example, if you want to start a business and you have people saying, oh, starting a business isn't for everybody, or hey, 50% or 75% of the people fail when they first start. Those are facts. But that's also should be used. If you can take that, you can harness that and use it as motivation. Almost like when you go to the gym, eating healthy food before you go to the gym is actually great. But guess what? Even if you ate 3 cupcakes before you went to the gym, it also can be used as fuel, just in a different way. So that's how I like to be able to phrase these things because you're going to be thrown, and people are thrown these negative connotations every single day about why they shouldn't do this, and are you sure you want to do that, and are you, do you know what you're doing, or do you have enough money, or all these other things that are legit questions. But a lot of people who don't understand your path will be, you know, basically not motivating you to push forward. They don't understand that that the negativity that they can use can be used as motivation even for you. So I want to leave it there. I just wanted to give an introduction of the 5-minute motivation I'm going to be doing starting next Monday. And I look forward to it every single week, just dropping some knowledge and some jewels of motivation on you guys. Hopefully you take advantage of it. Please subscribe to YGN Network on YouTube and on Facebook. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thank you very much. God bless. Be positive.